ASM has been a society since 2012, officially. However, the different sections that go into Aber Student Media have been running for various different times. I'm Cameron Smith. I am the Secretary for Student Media. So as the Secretary, I organise all the meetings, I organise the agendas, I write the minutes from the meetings, so that's committee meetings and members' meetings. The main sections, we have 4 main sections, and that's the Courier and online. So Courier newspaper and online, them two are very closely related though.
I'm Emily Rowe and I'm the features editor for the Courier. Well, the features section, the way I've approached it coming into it this year has been a section about being a student in Aberystwyth. So we focus on sort of student pieces, student experiences. Some particular stuff we do every month is there's a society spotlight where I interview a society and ask them sort of what's coming up, what they're all about. We try and also have a sort of job envy section where we speak to somebody who's graduated and not necessarily from Aberystwyth, and speak to them about graduate life and what they're doing. Each content editor, like myself, tends to have a content team. We write some of the content ourselves, other editors write it, and then members from ASM write it for us as well. Well, we aim to get the Courier out at least once a month. That's how often it's come out since I've been working on it. For our Freshers edition, we had 4,000 copies, but since then it's only been, I think, a couple of thousand.
I'm Christopher Cameron McNaught and I am the Bay Radio station manager. Bay Radio started, Mr. Corbyn was the first kind of radio manager, so to speak, set it up. That was back in 1999. That was, I think, January the 11th at 10 AM it officially started. Shows tend to start around 9 o'clock in the morning and they will go until 11 o'clock at night. When the shows aren't on, we do have non-stop hits, which is essentially just an automatic running of the radio. So we do broadcast 24 hours a day, really.
I'm Anastasia, I'm Bay TV manager.
And I'm Małgorzata, the visual manager.
Bay TV is the youngest part of ASM. It has existed for 2 years now.
But it's active for about a year and a couple of months.
We cover live events around the Union, Aberystwyth in general. We made some documentaries, including documentaries for Sky TV.
And we're doing weekly news, so it's coming out on Tuesdays.
We aim to release at least 2 programs weekly, but our constant program is news, as we said.
I first joined ASM I went to the trades fair it was, because ASM provide music for all the freshers fairs, so they are there all 3 days, actually 4 days this year. It was a volunteering fair, but I had our old music manager, Nick Robinson. He came up to me in my first year in the trades fair, and he came up to me and said, "You look like you have a face for TV." Well, he grabbed me from then. I was straight in.
I started off just writing pieces for the art section, and then wanted to try my hand at editing, so I went for features editor, and I'm really enjoying it.
I actually joined Bay Radio before it was part of Aber Student Media, which was ASM kind of came together in 2012. I actually came apart in 2011 as a regular guest on one of the former station manager's shows. It was great fun. I'd never done radio before. I'd already done like theatre and stuff, so it was my kind of way of getting myself involved with something to do with the arts. I didn't think I'd have the time to be able to do theatre productions because of all the lines you have to learn. So joined the Bay Radio, and then since then I've just been a part of it ever since, really.
Because we want to be famous.
Yeah, that's why I want to go to Hollywood.
Yeah, the first thing that we did was do documentary, and then we became like freelancers and we did almost every project for Bay TV, and that was our way to work for, like, to be managers.
A lot of experience, because the different stuff you can get involved in is great. I'm not the best writer in the world. I'm, well, far from it, but I'm quite a good talker, but I sometimes struggle trying to explain different scenarios or points that I try to make. And what I've got out of doing like radio, especially radio, but also now TV, is getting to sort of show how to describe what I'm trying to explain, and do that through wording and improvisation as well with that. It's been really, really useful, and that's probably one of the biggest things I've got out of ASM.
It's definitely a great experience, like not just for the CV after uni, but Like, you learn a lot. It's definitely made me be a lot more organisation this year than I would have had without it.
Biggest thing that I've got out is a reflection of how organised I am, particularly this year. Shows time management is key to not only balance your degree, being a third year, dissertations, all that, but also, you know, maintaining the current running of the radio station requires a lot of attention on a day-to-day basis. It's not something you can kind of leave and let it go. So definitely organisational skills have improved my CV.
I think it's a great experience in general.
I'm gonna go in a couple of months and look for a job, and I think it's really helpful to organize your life and know what you're gonna do